Hello, beautiful beings, human beings, friends, brothers, sisters, mothers, mothers in love. Thank you for being here. Welcome to our Satsang. This is our special Diwali Satsang. And today we're celebrating, as I mentioned, the Hindu holiday of Diwali. And today we celebrate the triumph of light over darkness, the triumph of knowledge and wisdom over fear and ignorance, the triumph of the light. And so it's a festival that actually, if you have a candle with you, let's get the light started. So I have my little Diwali diyas here, and we have a whole altar set up.
These little guys burn with ghee. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, they're super fun. And the intention is to bringing the light. There you go, reminding us that light within can extinguish all the darkness. It's a festival of celebration. It's a festival where people at home celebrate with their loved ones, getting together, opening up the doors. The festival goes for the next 5 to 6 days, so you're welcome to bringing this energy of Diwali to your week by opening the doors and the windows and inviting
of your home,
of course, and inviting fresh new air in, just bringing in the newness, new perspectives, just cleaning your place, maybe perhaps smudging, lighting candles everywhere, and maybe dressing up with color. This is why I dressed today with color. You know, it's an invitation to celebrate and to celebrate all the creativity and the light and the goodness. And not only is a festival where we light the candle and we do different activities on the outside, but it's also a festival that celebrates the inner light. So it's a festival to bring in more positivity in your life, more light, more love. And so that's the intention for the satsang today. And it is also the birth of the goddess, the Hindu goddess Lakshmi. So we're going to be doing some chanting today, doing some mudras to invite in the blessings, the abundance, the prosperity of the goddess Lakshmi, who is the goddess of wealth and the goddess of good fortune. So Diwali is one of my favorite festivals, and our dear Kashi celebrated the Lakshmi Puja last night, which was beautiful. And so we're just bringing in that beautiful energy and that love and that life to our hearts and to our homes and to our families. And hopefully you can spread that light with those who are close to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
Very good. So part of the like today we were actually in the house and cleaning the house, and it was really cool to actually in Florida have the windows and doors open without it being too humid or hot. So really great, actually, like getting in all the little nooks and crannies. And really what it is, like I personally have a candle lit in every room of the house. So it's like filling up each room of the house with light. So whether or not it's each bathroom, each bedroom, each office space, and even like I went around with some frankincense that we brought back. Is actually in a Galicia church frankincense that we brought back. So something very sacred to you. And even if it's an incense, to go around to all the different rooms. I even hit the outdoor storage closet in the garage and like the laundry room and areas that maybe don't get looked at or energy exchanged, and just going into those little corners of the house, just bringing attention, light, and sacred scent, and then also everything's going right out. And then I went ahead and I felt called, I'm just sharing this because it might pop something. I went around the entire perimeter of our property here with the frankincense and with my intention and my love, and walked around and took the opportunity to find little stuck piles of dead leaves and stuff, and actually then burned a fire outside. So there was fire outside, fire inside, bringing that light to every aspect of the property. And I could personally feel the energy moving, just by my own presence coming into those spaces. And there's really something beautiful about that practice. I'm like, why aren't I doing this every weekend? It's a beautiful reminder of those things. And also playing Lakshmi mantra and Ganesh mantra, whatever pops up on your Spotify or whatever app or that you're using. It's amazing how things will just flow, and it's like, oh wow, this is such a perfect song right now that happens to be speaking into Ganesha also, because we bring in the symbol of abundance and prosperity and health that Ganesh brings in as a counterpart in Diwali to Lakshmi. We also today, and I don't know if you're gonna share it or not, but we created a
Yeah, I'm gonna share it. And also I want to make mention, we have here in our altar beautiful gift
from Marlu.
our dear sister Marlu. Thank you. We have a
Mhm.
beautiful Ganesha. So
Yep.
we have Ganesha and Lakshmi here in our altar.
Holding it down.
Yes,
over
thank
here.
you, sister. I love your gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we did something that I've been dying to do for so long today. So let me share my screen. Super happy that we gave ourselves the time to do that. And so we
Hold on to your hats.
created a beautiful rangoli. Yay! Yeah, I did a time lapse of the process. And it really was so much fun, right?
And as we were placing each color, there were prayers being put into what each color represented in the coming together of the whole of the flower of life. And it actually, interestingly enough, the pattern that we use printed underneath is on top of a Metatron disc. That's that clear plate that you see actually is Metatron, and the shape sort of matched up pretty well with most of the circles and the counter ley lines, as it were, within Metatron. So just creating that space throughout the whole day to lead into satsang tonight, so that the gathering that we are all here right now, small intimate group, be that as it may, is kind of charged up with this energy, and bringing this light of love and joy and creativity and bright colors. And when Claudia mentioned triumph, watch your hair with that flame over there, triumph of light over darkness. Now, I don't like to really normally say this over that, because it creates the dualistic aspect, and also honoring the tradition of Diwali, which is, yes, light over darkness. So the triumph of the light and the celebration of that through dance and song and feasting. And I just really like anybody who knows me, I like cleaning my space. So like cleaning out of our house, and then we feasted and gave ourselves a day to really prepare and sink in. And then
we did. And if anybody's interested in doing anything like this, I mean, I have purchased this, I believe, 2 years ago, so it may take some time. But the first step is
the colored sand.
Yeah, so it's called Rangoli, and you can find it on Amazon. They have all kinds of different powder colors that you can purchase. And then we found a template online, just a Rangoli template, which is essentially, mandala. And yeah, and we just looked at the colors we had, and we decided on the colors ahead of time, and we used toothpicks to get it into place. So
yeah, it's an exercise in patience and stillness too, because each little grain, a wind blows, a sneeze happens, anything like that, it's also there for detachment, as Buddhist monks often play with. They create these beautiful mandalas, these huge mandalas, and then wipe them away. So a little bit about that, and then some grounding for our call tonight that Claudia will cover.
Yeah, as I mentioned, we're gonna do chanting. We're gonna practice some mudras, and then we're gonna have an opportunity to meditate on the blessings that you want to bring forth, the blessings and prayers for you and your family and your loved ones. So we'll give you an opportunity to commune with Lakshmi for that, and then we'll share ways that we can give back, because this holiday is also about giving back.
Yeah,
So
charity
we'll talk about that
Mhm.
after the our prayer process. So you want to lead us through some breath?
Yeah, just to tune in with everybody here now. I think it would be a good idea to take a couple of breaths together, so we got some of that words and headiness, and create some space here of what we're tuning into for the night, and now to attune with each other. So everybody who's open to, like to take 3 deep breaths in together and exhales together. And we're also later where there's going to be some mudras and some time to meditate. So this is kind of helping to create that space. So you find yourself in a nice, comfortable position. I don't know if there's things going on around you, whatever may be, invite them in to also join in this deep inhale together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, inhale. And exhale with a sigh. Inhale through your nose. Exhale with a bigger sigh. One more inhale. All the air just left the room, and exhale. Bring in some levity, some lightness, just to feel that space that gets created just by breathing together a couple breaths in and out. And thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna begin with chanting to Ganesha, and just to make it easier, since we're virtual, I'm going to share a chant. So let me go ahead and share my sound. And the invitation is to just close your eyes, connect to the energy of Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, and just allow yourself to drop deeper and connect to his essence while I share the sound. And we'll do this for a few minutes.
You can feel free to chant along with or just listen. What that is that works for you. There is something about actually chanting in the forefront. So you can do so.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Invoking Lord Ganesh to remove all the obstacles that stand between our truth, that stand between our heart, all the obstacles that get in the way of us connecting deeply to our hearts and our inner power to call forth those blessings that are our birthright. Thank you, Ganesha. Thank you, Ganesha. Om Ganesha, Om Ganesha, Om Ganesha, Om. So we're slowly now going to move into our practice of Lakshmi prayer and puja. This is part of an asana series from our beloved Kalinatha Yoga called Kashi Lakshmi Prosperity Puja. I know some of you have done this many, many times with Sister Johanna.
Or Sister Swami.
Or, many of the Swamis. And yeah, we felt it was, appropriate to do some of her practices and connect to the energy of the goddess Lakshmi. So Lakshmi is the goddess of prosperity, both spiritual and material. She is very beautiful in appearance. bedecked in jewels, with pale golden skin and long black hair. She holds a lotus flower in one hand and performs blessings with the other. She is the goddess who appeared on the cosmic waters at the beginning of creation, floating on a lotus flower. The primordial ocean was churned by the gods to obtain an elixir which would rid the world of evil. As the mother rose from the foamy waters, the rivers changed direction to flow toward her. Celestial elephants scooped up the waves to wash her. The lotus is associated with life and fertility, and cosmically with beauty and order. Lakshmi is a life force that pervades creation. The lotus represents spiritual purity, power, and authority. Just as the beautiful lotus flower blooms, although rooted in the mud, so can one transcend the earthly limitations of worldly life. So the essence of the mudras on this specific asana, this is a puja of health, wealth, wisdom, protection, happiness, and heart in the abundance of now. In this specific asana, the abdomen is going to represent the Ganga. So just think about the Ganga rivers, the Indian.
In your belly.
In your belly. And prosperity breath initiates from the belly, so connecting to that, to the Ganga. And then in this practice, the breath is water. So just imagine that fluidity. The thumbs represent Lord Hanuman and are a symbol of fire. And the thumbs are together when we do the mudras, which Adam will demonstrate in just a moment. And the complete asana takes you to the space of non-breath. And throughout this practice, we will be chanting Om Lakshmi silently. So you are free to practice. We'll do it together. Adam will demonstrate. Just feel free to repeat silently Om Lakshmi as many times as you would like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an abbreviated asana because the asana itself is better suited. Actually, I mean, some of you have actually taken some sadhanas that and have followed through some of the full asana, the full series of mudras. And in Kalinatha yoga, each movement, each pose is a mudra, even the whole body. Oftentimes people think of mudras as just your hands, right? But it's each pose in and of itself. So we're doing a bit of an abbreviated version for the benefit of Sunday night and not, like everybody's not really standing and ready for yoga. So we're going to do like everything that we're doing tonight is we checked in. There's some specific mudras in the actual asana that we can do sitting together, and it still generates this potency. A lot of it is around intention. It's actually going through teacher training at Kashi. There's a conversation that I was able to have where some people can't get into certain poses, but in their mind they pictured themselves in the poses, and their bodies actually started to show evidence of actually being able to do these different postures, because the mind, as Bruce Lipton and others often say, heals the body and vice versa. So just going over some of the mudras that we'll be working with tonight before we move into the actual flow. One of the mudras is actually the Lakshmi meditation mudra, which is your left palm up with your thumb sort of like this, and your right palm cups the left palm like you're making a little cup, and you touch your thumbs together. So what this represents is used during meditation, and it's the Lakshmi prosperity breath is done. We're going to guide through a Lakshmi prosperity breath practice. And this is the mudra that you're holding. The mudra will go down into your belly, like over between your sacral, your sexual organs and your solar plexus, but you can just put it around the solar plexus area, and just remembering that the belly is representing the Ganga, the life force, the water. So there's the mudra down at the solar plexus, and then we're coming back into pranam, easy prayer pranam. We'll be going back and forth between those two. And again, the right hand is underneath the left and your thumbs are touching. Okay, that's one of the mudras.
Yeah, and then remember the Ganga, right, and the water, right? So you're connecting to that.
Yeah, everything's a flow. Imagine if you were in deep water of a big lake, that sort of like moving underwater. So we're not jerking or moving through air, we're flowing through water, a very feminine practice. The next mudra that we have is the lotus bud mudra. And as Claudia mentioned, lotus is representing life, and lotus often is on the actual river banks or water, out of the mud. And the lotus mudra, what it looks like is you touch your wrists together, and then you touch all four of your fingers, and your thumbs are up here, right? And then the thumbs come inside. They're touching along the whole way, and you're creating a lotus bud mudra. So you want to keep your thumbs straight, your fingers touching together, and you get this little beautiful lotus bud. And we'll be working through this. There's a practice where we'll be offering the lotus bud into the Ganga, into the Ganges, into the Ganga, and then back up. So it's almost like you're giving these blessings of life back to the water. So there's a step-by-step where we're chanting Om Lakshmi, and we're working with Om Lakshmi within our bellies and our hearts, and bellies and hearts. And the invitation in here is to be bringing forth prayers of light and gratitude. We're charging up our hands and our bodies through this mudra. And then we're going to be capturing all that beautiful energy in this lotus bud, and then offering it out into, and again, this is all visualization, right? Offering it out into the Ganga.
And then receiving the blessings as you bring it back in. You're also receiving the blessings from the Ganga.
Almost like you're scooping the water up and bringing it and pouring it over your heart, and allowing any impurities to be washed away. So we're giving forth life and then receiving life, and giving forth life and receiving life. What will happen is, like, I'll guide you through, but one of the mudras we're doing is holding in the Lakshmi mudra in our belly, and it's a prosperity breath. So we're starting here, and we're going to inhale, and silently when you inhale, you're going to say to yourself Om, and then Lakshmi on the exhale. It's actually, that's how we'll do it for the ease of everyone here. So Om, and then when we go into the Lakshmi mudra, Lakshmi, and Om Lakshmi. We're going to go back and forth with that 3 different times, but you're saying the Om on the exhale, silently, and on the inhale is Lakshmi. So you're bringing, Om Lakshmi, Om Lakshmi. Yeah. And then when we get into offering the lotus bud, sorry, these are very specific instructions, yeah. The idea is, if you have the ability to put both feet on the ground, kind of like my feet are on the ground and my knees are up, you're going to offer this lotus bud between your knees and out. So you've got your feet representing that they're on the banks of the Ganga, right? And you're offering this lotus prayer out into the water. And we're doing that again 3 times. And again, it's Om Lakshmi. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about any of the mudras or anything? It seems pretty simple, right? It's a very abbreviated. This total asana in and of itself has 29 movements, of which you do or 29 different moves. Some of them you actually do multiple times, like 28 you can do 3 times. So it's a very potent and beautiful asana, especially if you do so as a sadhana for 40 days straight. It's a beautiful practice. we're thinking about actually, we could like copy and put this out there for anybody who wants to receive that. But at the same time, we'll just go with what's here. If anybody wants that, you can reach out to me like, hey, send me those pages from the workbook, and we can send you the whole asana and you can practice it. It's nothing super advanced. There is a little bit of standing movement. And as it was the reading of like the celestial elephants, like the entire asana shares from these different components of Lakshmi, coming from the water out of the foam and the celestial elephants. And there's actually a pose where you're reaching down and you're doing this elephant trunk pose, and you're pouring the water over yourself and bringing it back around. So each one of these asanas through the Kalinatha lineage typically captures movements that represent a happening in time and space that honors different practices, different goddesses, god deities, and energies altogether. So with that, we shall start with our hands in pranam, coming into a seated posture that everybody looks like they're already there. If you're driving, Claudia, don't worry about it. You can do so in your mind. Follow along with us. There's no reason to be taking the hands off the wheel, although those cars do drive themselves nowadays pretty much. But
if you feel annoyed 3 times, but if you feel you want to look up on like a few more, just to keep the energy.
We'll work together here. I'll guide you through. It may be, if the energy comes that I feel like doing the same movement 5, 6, 7 times, we will, until we feel that attunement happen. What we're doing is coming into our hands in pranam at our heart center. And in this posture, we'll chant together on an inhale. Om Lakshmi. And then bring our hands into the Lakshmi Mudra at our bellies. And then inhale together. Om Lakshmi. And again, hands at pranam. Inhale. Om Lakshmi. Come back to belly. Om Lakshmi. Back to pranam at heart center. Inhale. Om Lakshmi. And again, over our bellies in the Lakshmi Mudra. Inhale. Nice and slow. Om Lakshmi. And again, heart center. Even slower. Inhale slowly. Om Lakshmi. Now bringing our feet onto the floor as you're able to. Your knees about shoulder width apart. Eric's a good example there, almost. I thought you were going to be my demonstration, Eric. And again, just to cover the lotus bud mudra is all 4 fingers, 4 of these guys, and then in a cup, and then the thumbs touching inside, like 2 lotus buds. And this is where on the, let me get over to the right page here. So what we're going to do here, I'm sort of modifying because this is a modified mudra, so I'm reading little pieces here. We're offering out on the exhale, our hands are going out into this imaginary Ganga, and we're silently exhaling Om. And then scooping back out and up over into our heart centers, Lakshmi when we're receiving. On the exhale, Om. And on the inhale, Lakshmi. So we'll begin that together. And it's just a nice slow movement at your own pace, and you're silently chanting Om on the giving of the lotus and Lakshmi coming in. So at our pace, we'll begin together. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Om. Scooping back up. Lakshmi. Over our heart center, and then spilling back out. Om. Inhale on the way back in. Lakshmi. Giving forth all of the blessings into the water. Om. Receiving the blessings from the water. Lakshmi. Prayers for healing of humanity and the world. Om. Receiving healing. Lakshmi. Blessings of abundance and peace. Oh, receiving abundance and peace. Lakshmi. Blessings of health and clear mind. Oh, Lakshmi. Healing and completion of all ancestral karma. Oh, Lakshmi. Letting go and releasing of any stuck energy in the body, giving it away. Oh, receiving relaxation and divine light. Lakshmi. And just flow now any prayers that you would like to give to the water. Oh. Any blessings that you need to receive or would like to receive for yourself and others. Lakshmi. And perhaps just silence now. And a few more times at your own pace. And when you're complete, just come into an easy pose, sitting still with your eyes closed, and we'll be listening to some Lakshmi mantra.
Om Lakshmi. Om Lakshmi. Just stay in that seated position. Your eyes can remain closed and just keep connecting to the essence of Mother Lakshmi.
And if you're able to sit like Brother Eric with your legs crossed in easy pose and your spine straight, and keeping that energy of that flow of giving and receiving open. Because Claudia's going to be speaking to you about, this is an opportunity now to offer any prayers and blessings of light for yourself, for the world, and any loved ones, any areas of life where a little love can be brought in, so you can be listening to those words that Claudia will guide you through with a straight spine and crossed legs, easy pose.
And the invitation is to chant with the music and stay connected to the essence of the mother, of the goddess Lakshmi, bringing blessings, washing away everything that you're ready to give. And then an opportunity for you to fill your heart with light and blessings and spread the blessings outward to your loved ones, to your family, to your friends, to your community, and to the world at large.
Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi 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 Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi
Beautiful. Just allowing yourself to just be filled, your vessel, with the energy of the goddess Lakshmi and all her blessings. Filling your cup, filling your lotus, having connected to the abundance and the beauty and the fluidity of Mother Ganga and her sacred waters. Having called forth and connected to Lord Ganesh, calling forth for all the obstacles to be removed, to receive all the blessings on this very auspicious day of Diwali. And just allowing your entire being to be bathed in the essence of the goddess, in the essence of good fortune, in the essence of prosperity, forgiveness, unity. I'm feeling gratitude for ourselves, for the opportunity to take some time on our Sunday evening to connect with these deities and connect to these energies and connect to the essence of this festival of light, celebrating the triumph of light, celebrating the overcoming of evil in the world, really allowing our flame to burn brighter and brighter and brighter. And so that we may extend this flame of love and light to those around us and to those who need it the most. So may these be that opportunity as our cups overfill with the love and the light to share that light and the love with others. Just gently, as you're able to, if you haven't already, you can just open your eyes, return back to our space.
And you can give yourself time, if it serves you, to write down any prayers for any parts of ourselves or yourself that could use a little bit of support from the light, from the energy that Lakshmi carries, from the energy that Ganesh carries. And again, Lakshmi and Ganesh are aspects. One of the reasons I love Hindu deities is because of the aspects of the one, that each one of the different aspects, be it Lakshmi, Shiva, Krishna, Kali, even on different occasions, and like how I can call upon these aspects of the one to work with. You know, if there's a space of like I'm calling through, you know, prosperity, health, well-being, wisdom over knowledge, you know, like higher mind over ego, whatever that may be, that I can call upon. Oftentimes I work with Ganesh, and that's been, Ganesh is like my man over here, and also Hanuman. But in this case, you know, when we're working with the energy of the Ganga, which is, you know, the purity of the Ganga back before pollution and things was crystal clear and almost like a mirror, and reflected the heavens above. So it was like looking at the Ganga, you could see into the heavens. So there's still that purity in the energetics that are there. So in these vortexes of Diwali and things, when we can offer prayers to a fire. So for instance, if you're able to write down different prayers for, like I said, the aspects of self, or different areas of the world or loved ones, or even prayers to anyone who, known or unknown. There's an opportunity to then give those perhaps in a little fire ritual, whether you have a fire outside or a candle. And if you can't burn them, you can also bury them underneath usually a potted plant or something. I find that burning them is easier, but we can do that over the next few days during the celebration of Diwali and bring those prayers out into the ethers to be carried on the lips of God, right? Across the earth. So it's a beautiful opportunity now that we've opened the space and called in Ganesh and Lakshmi to take that time and energy. And also now to open up to anybody who'd like to share any prayers, out into the ethers by spoken word or anything that came up or any areas of ourselves that we feel that speaking about it in a container such as this would support yourself or others. We can open up for sharing. Anybody who's called anything that opened up through the abbreviated asana or the chanting or any energetic shifts that you feel from the time that you got on the call till now, anything supports.
Yeah, and before we move into sharing, it feels important to talk about the giving back.
Yeah.
And so let's just begin. We have this week, and yes, Glau, it can be done anytime this week. And also, briefly we discussed maybe there's something we can all do together. Like it would be nice to do something together, right? And come support a community or somebody in need. But we live in different areas, so we can also talk about maybe that's something we want to share. Just what can you do for somebody else? Maybe there's an organization you want to support. We were thinking about bringing food to a local homeless shelter, but let this really be one of those times where we give back.
Mm-hmm.
We ask for so many blessings and for everything, right? But it's really important for us to give. So ideally, you can share with us what that idea may be, or if you do it, please share. Let's kind of keep each other or hold each other accountable to making this happen.
Yeah, and sometimes that can even be, it doesn't have to be monetary or any kind of food giving. It can be even a phone call with somebody who, reaches out in need and just being a space for someone else, just an opportunity to reciprocate and give forth. That's the part of the energy with Diwali. It's about opening up the space and sharing with each other.
Yes, and I'm actually going to pause the recording for this so that we can just do our open share. So for those of you who are joining us on the replay, thank you. Thank you for listening and being with us. And may all the blessings of Diwali shower upon you and your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.